Broadcasting from Nanuki, Kenya. This is the Me and Larry reality video show, LTO! Editorial News, the Cable News Report for February 3rd, 2011. Yes, I took a day off. Why not? It's still the same old thing. And why so? You know, the top news story, of course, is in Egypt. But, you know, you remember what LTL was trying to tell you about the hierarchy of life? It deals with economics, politics, rebellion. Now, if you don't have the money, if your economic is bad, unemployment, such as Egypt, and poverty, and the economy is so bad with no I'm not going to give democracy yet, but it goes into politics. Now, with politics, you can have dictatorship or you can have democracy. Well, the dictatorship have a price. If the people is getting a win of how long you've been doing this, such as the President Hosni Mubarak, and there's no democracy, then the third thing is rebellion, and they will do just about anything to get you out of office. The key thing is, with the how each country in the world today is being run by politics, the thing is, they know how to set things up. They know how to take away really the ones that really doing the real news. Is the #1 news source in the world today. I'm talking about Jazeera. And of course with Jazeera, they want to take them off out of the equation. The setup was like this for Super Tuesday. It was set up to where you take Jazeera off the internet, off the news, keep them for far distance, so you can set up your plan, President Mubarak, of the dirty political game, because you still using the dictatorship over the people that you have been doing for over 30 years. And how you set that up? Of course, you take away the #1 news source in the world, Jazeera. You take them off, and you take away with Jazeera, you take away the real truth of why they protesting. And then you set up with CNN being in Egypt, BBC being in Egypt, all these third-rank news sources that don't understand what's going on. And then you have somebody like Anderson Cooper saying, "Oh, I almost got beat up. Oh no, the people are so radical." And that's the setup of the politics, to make the anti-government protesters to be the major criminal, to say, hey, they are wrong. They thinking I did wrong. They just poison. They got this Egyptian group that's trying to take over, and they are related to terrorism, and they're trying to set everything up perfectly. That's why they had to take Jazeera out of the equation. Then, guess what? Then he had to pay, I'm going to say this, pay people to support him. Mubarak, that is President Mubarak of Egypt, to pay the people to support him, to get in these battles that cost 100 people to lose their life, and 6 more yesterday. So here's the key thing. From there, from CNN, from BBC, Fox will go down like that. They don't want to beat up President Barack Obama. But here's one other thing. At least the U.S. President Barack Obama had been informed. He'd been looking at it. I know the Americans from the U.S. Embassy, the Americans had left. They ran because now it's got really explosive there between pro-Mubarak people and the anti-government protesters. So what happened is he picking up. Hey, if that's not to make President Barack Obama president for picking up on things, at least he did something right on that international affair by getting the information, and he got the total information. Maybe he got it from LTL, of course, that Robert Gates, the press secretary, said, hey, here's what it is. You need to turn Egypt, you need to go ahead and change. Hey, change your government. You got to get out of there. Really, he's telling Mubarak, you got to hit the road, okay? Because you haven't been using democracy for so long. You've been using dictatorship for over 30 years. And so here you are, you're setting that up. And then when Barack Obama used the D word, and it's not, damn. Get back in your grandmother's basement or your mama's basement and smoke all the weed you want. Try to legalize marijuana in the United States. But he said democracy. And that's what's going on in Egypt, that Mubarak is playing the dirty politics game. And that's what it is. But thanks to Tunisia, the little country in North Africa, to start an inferno with everybody else. Latest news story, of course you got Yemen, you got Jordan, and guess what? Who's starting the anti-government protests? Sudan. Look out now. I'll be back with another news story that will pick things up. Hit a bombshell. On the LTL Editorial News, Cable News Report.